Next up, we've got Tasha from the nonprofit Hive, who's going to talk about why community is the next hot new technology.
I'm Tasha. I started a community just over 2 years ago called the Nonprofit Hive. Maybe some of you here are members, but we've grown from a very small grassroots talking about us on LinkedIn and about how important community is to over 3,000 members across 85 countries, 10,000 plus one-to-one conversations. And what I learned doing this and starting this was that one-to-one is in high demand in this sector, and it's something we don't do very often in nonprofit. And we accidentally stumbled into the idea that not necessarily building technology that is meant for connection and community within the sector, and we built it for ourselves. It's now become something that we're licensing to other people, which is cool. But my kind of thought bomb idea, and what I'm going to say is that more tools don't really create connection. They just created noise in this sector. And I think most of us feel like the onslaught is everywhere. We're hearing so much. It's probably getting worse out there in the world right now. And how do we go for depth? How do we get tighter in our conversations? So the one big thing I noticed, 2025, tool explosion. It is everywhere. There are so many cool tools. People are probably going to talk about some of them today for donor platforms, comms, CRMs, automations. They're genuinely fantastic tools compared to what I was working with years ago in this sector. But for small nonprofits, that often just looks like more logins, more channels, more things to do. And it's increasing teams feeling overwhelmed. They're not sure what they should be using. How does it connect to each other? This one source of truth idea that has been pitched at us is clearly not working. And the burnout is increasing across the sector. We hear about it all the time, and people are disengaging actually often from the technologies. I think there's a shift that needs to happen in the sector. I've been working at this with my community for the past couple of years, but this old way of looking at communities as feeds, channels, and broadcasts, it's great for loud voices like myself. I will be totally transparent to that because loud voices dominate, and it's easy if you are someone who has a loud voice. But I like to think that the new way is going to be structured around this idea of really equitable conversations where everyone gets a chance to speak, whether that's within your org, whether that's at a much higher level across a network, membership organization, maybe even across this sector. And with higher engagement in this sector, in people feeling less overwhelmed and burnt out, what could we do if that was the way forward? So we've been working on a very lightweight matching tool that we created for ourselves. I'm going to just flip over quick, and I won't be able to get into this very much because we've only got a few minutes. We started to license this out to other organizations, but it looks so simple that it's almost ridiculous. So what we started with was a very simple custom sign up page. What matters? Why are you connecting community in the first place? It looks like matching members by certain ideas, reasons why you want to put them together in the first place. We automated all the scheduling. We focused in on meaningful one-to-one conversations. We brought in community sponsors across the sector to help steward this. And we really focused in on actionable insights that move the needle for our community and are now helping to move the needle for others. And I'll flip back over to this quick because whether you're using tools or not, ultimately, we need to, in this sector, be designing for trust, whether that is at a high level within a donor network or whether this is just within your network. Is the tech. I love tech. I use tech all the time, but it's the trust factor that I worry about in this sector. So that's a big thing for me. I think depth over volume, some of what Kelsey is saying here with donor retention and that idea that let's go deeper and what difference would that make if we grab people's hearts more fully, and connection outperforms complexity in this sector especially. And so those are my rallying cries, and there are lots of ways to do this, whether this is what I built or someone else is building, go for it. If you're ready to build a more connected community, here's some of our information. Or if you're just looking for community for yourself, we have a free community. The Nonprofit Hive is the place to go, and we would love to have some of you there.